Welcome. My name is Bob Wessels. I'm a professor emeritus at the University of Leiden in the Netherlands. But I'm speaking here on behalf of III. III means International Insolvency Institute. III or III is established in 2000 and globally has over 400 members. III operates through various committees, including several regional committees, for example, in Asia and in Europe and in Latin America, academic and judicial committees, and also internal organizational committees. In addition, there are several ad hoc and thought leadership committees where specific legal technical topics are addressed. In all, a global, active and focused group of specialists with extensive expertise in cross-border bankruptcy, insolvency and restructuring measures. The committee III Model Laws at Work is one of the ad hoc committees. In the slide, I'm referring to UNCITRAL model laws. Let me explain. What is UNCITRAL? UNCITRAL stands for United Nations Committee on International Trade Law. UNCITRAL was established over 50 years ago in 1966. One could say it is the commercial legal arm of the United Nations, the UN. It plays an active role in reducing differences of national legal systems in the area of international trade. UNCITRAL has produced several suggestions for the harmonization of international commercial law. Names you might recognize are, for example, the Vienna Convention on International Sales of Goods and the Convention on the Recognition and Enforcement of Foreign Arbitral Awards, the so-called New York Convention. UNCITRAL has installed several working groups, and since 1993, the UNCITRAL Working Group 5 is devoted to matters of insolvency, including cross-border insolvency. III is an active contributor to the work of the Working Group 5 and regularly sends observers to its meetings in New York and Vienna. In this slide, I'm referring to a model law. What is a model law? A model law is a proposed series of legal provisions with regard to a specific subject. It is an example for non-binding, carefully considered, good, pragmatic law. Sovereign states are fully free to adopt a model law. They may leave it aside. They may adopt draft text or parts of it with their own amendments. If a state, in the end, adopts a model law, including its own amendments, then it becomes statutory law in that state. The Model Law on Cross-Border Insolvency, or the MLCBI, is from 1997. It has been enacted in around 60 states and is regarded as a successful instrument and helpful tool to draft national legislation. The enactment of the MLIRJ and the other one has not been reported yet. The members of our committee, Model Laws at Work, can assist you by sharing information and experience, by providing advice and weighing pros and cons of a model law. They can help in the process of drafting, implementing, and interpreting the model law in your legislation. So our ad hoc committee, Model Laws at Work, has approximately 40 members. They are working in 20 countries in all regions of the world. There's a balance in numbers of more senior members of IIII and next gens, younger professionals and academics that work together with more experienced IIII members. The whole group in all masters 40 languages, and they are comprised of some 60% practitioners, 30% will be academics, and 10% are judges. We see ourselves as a unique group committed to be actively engaged and work together with those that would like to have our services. We are scholars, we are legislators, we are practitioners, covering all legal systems, common law, civil law, and a range of activities, international advice, litigation, court cases, research on cross-border issues, etc. You see the activities on the slide. On the slide, you see our mission and the assistance that we can give. To illustrate, I will make the remark with regard to the evaluation of a state's present legal system that is not only related to its present legal system and framework on insolvency and restructuring, but also to test the legal historic roots in a country. Is it civil law, common law, a system of strength in which insolvency law has to work, for instance, system of credit law, corporate law, procedural law, property law, and a country's judicial system. And also a country's current national, international insolvency provisions, some countries just have a few, and our case law, including the analysis of any gaps in that whole system. Our committee wants to do this work for certain groups, target audiences, stakeholders, including governmental bodies, members of a union, members of a parliament, members of the judiciary, you name them. Especially for countries, because we have been informed that several countries are considering to adopt the model law, the MLCBI, or wish to be informed about it. These countries include Argentina, Armenia, Bhutan, Ecuador, Georgia, India, my own country, the Netherlands, Peru, Ukraine, Uzbekistan, and some Central American countries. Our videos and our best practices can support choices you have to make, and I will explain that with the next slide. We are sort of addicted to knowledge sharing, and we do that by videos. There will be 3 videos concentrating on the model laws, and there will be videos on how to enact the rules, and there is a video dealing with the process that a country has to go through before adopting a model law-based system of rules. These videos, I think, are very practical and brief. No long legal texts, just stressing the core issues you would like to know about the model law, its key rules and sections, the pros and cons from 4 countries adopting a legal framework, in our case, from Bahrain, Brazil, Greece, and Singapore, and also how it may work in your country to have these discussed and implemented during the legislative process based on recent experience that is in our group. Well, what we like to do, as you see in the second part of the slide, is build excellence and best practices. It's just a selection of where our committee can assist. The next slides I leave for you to consider. So the names of those who are members of our group, and the address that you can contact if you want to know more. Please take a look at all those slides, and I thank you for your attention.